up, everybody? Welcome to the Damn Dude Podcast.
Damn, dude.
Cause I was in my feelings about this shit. Like, y'all niggas know what it is. Nigga, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. He was like, man, fuck them niggas, man.
Right.
I'm better than all them niggas together anyway. Right. That shit woke me up.
Right.
I said, you know what? You right. Fuck them niggas. Let's go. And that shit turned me up. We ain't never looked back.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to episode 70
Damn, dude.
of the Damn Dude Podcast. I'm your host, California Cal, for those of you that don't know. And this is the show where we have timeless conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
We're here to really share information, ideas, topics, and things that are really fucking self-evident. Like, I'm not very educated, but I'm very observant, and I've done a lot of work and learned a lot of shit that's not necessarily has like a degree behind it or some shit. But I've been a student of life, and I've been a student of observation and studying people and behaviors, and that's my job. And I teach babies how to swim and save their lives because I'm able to match the right body position with the proper breath control. And that's essentially what observing somebody else is doing, is the act of them breathing and moving. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, dude.
So why do my sound sounds like weird? I don't know if the mic is quiet or my headphones are weird. I feel like something got touched on my settings, like something's off. No, but welcome to the show. This is episode 70. And we're kind of... Why I played that intro with the Birdman intro. By the way, that's a dope-ass interview. I was really surprised by the Birdman interview on Drink Champs. That was pretty dope. Anyway, a big thing that this has to do with is how to cultivate self-worth. Now, it's really interesting because I see a lot of people degrading and lowering their self-worth without even realizing that they're doing it.
Damn, dude.
That came out way better than I even had thought of it. I'm trying to kind of be quiet because baby's literally knocked out behind me here. He KO'd on the floor and was just... We went to the skate park earlier. It was tight. We had it to ourselves for the most part. And then there was maybe 3-4 kids came a little later on. But it was cool. We had the whole thing to ourselves for the most part. And I feel like I'm kind of bouncing all over the place because I'm not doing this at my normal time. So I'm a little okay, what was I thinking? It's always a trip when you got the kids or the baby around or something like that, because it's like there's this extra thing of responsibility that kind of hangs and lingers, and you're like, oh shit, do I need to do this, that, whatever? And I don't know. So it makes it a little trickier. So we're going to get into why I'm choosing to be single on purpose. We're going to get into some business shit here. I know that we do have this podcast under business, so we're going to talk about we're going to spit some business shit here on this episode. Especially when it comes to people talking about, oh, you're too expensive, or, you know what I'm saying? Getting into is it actually worth it or not? And this has to do with knowing your self-worth and understanding it as well, or developing it, I should say. And talking about delivering value as a business owner. Now, value not meaning cheap or discounted, but value meaning you are gaining the most out of whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I realized, it didn't hit me till earlier that I didn't realize that people have value kind of misconstrued, and they think it means cheap or discounted, but it doesn't. It means quality. This is it doesn't mean quality necessarily, but this is the value of this. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's worth. It's its worth. So it's if you're delivering value for something that nobody's paying for, it's like you're giving self-worth. So we're going to jump into that a little deeper. Is pretty trippy. So I want to start off with the thing about people lowering their self-worth without even realizing it. And it's crazy because it just struck me as I was scrolling through Facebook earlier, Instagram or something. And I noticed that like, and it's weird too, because maybe it's not just on Instagram, actually, it's been real life as well, where I get a lot of people saying, oh yeah, man, just we're getting older, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, you know how it feels to get old, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nah, I don't identify with that. And people are like, what? And this is what I'm talking about. Is like, in those moments, I realized that all of a sudden there's like a paradigm shift when somebody's like, oh yeah, we're just getting older, and you don't let them get away with that. And you're like, damn, how is that for you, bro? Like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh shit, like, so that's the thing is like, yeah, I had this conversation with somebody the other day. It's like, well, you don't want to go and be open to just everybody wherever. Like, that's not that's what I was saying. I was like, can you imagine if we all just stopped fronting? Like, nobody likes to do this front we do. We don't enjoy it. We all just kind of do it. And we act like, oh, this person, I'm not going to open up to this person. Oh, I'm not just going to open up to a stranger. But if we had self-worth and value, then we wouldn't mind, because we would acknowledge and understand that, look, this is another person. They're not out to judge me. They're here to listen. But that's what's happened is so many of us don't listen. We're just listening for what to say or listening to have a response, and not actually listening to absorb information and learn something new. So, kind of going back a little bit, is like, people are lowering their self-worth by saying shit like that. The more you say, oh man, I'm getting old, then yes, the more you are getting old. In the past, this is trippy actually, because I don't know why it's been happening particularly a lot lately, but in the past week, I've had people talk about people who are like my age or younger, even like, oh, getting old, man, you know how it is, blah, blah, blah. And they know how old I am and I know how old they are. And like, nah, bro, like, I get that, but dude, you got to do something about that, because it's going to keep getting worse. If you're already like 26 or fucking 30 or even 25 and you're getting old, nah, dude, you're full of shit. And I mean that with love. Like, I mean that out of love. It's bullshit. Well, I take that back. It's not bullshit. It's bullshit because I believe you feel like that. But I think it's bullshit to live like that. If you acknowledge that and you see that and you continue to stay that way, you kind of suck. And sometimes you need to be told you suck in order to wake up and just fucking do something different. I don't mean that in a hurtful or mean way. I mean that in a positive, forward moving way. It's like, bro, you suck. Like, do better. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us are going around and lowering our self-worth by identifying as fucking old people. Like, you look at Jennifer Lopez and she's like, what, like 50, and she's beautiful. She looks young and people are like, oh my God, she's so youthful. But yet, who the fuck is out here practicing being youthful? Why aren't you cultivating that for yourself? How are you 30 and you're looking at 50-year-old Jennifer Lopez and you're like, oh, I'm old? Like, what the fuck? Make it make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. And it's what fucks me up, is because I'm like, I used to let people get away with it, and sometimes I do when I'm just not, like, if I'm like tired or I'm not paying attention all the way, or I'm like on my own bullshit or something, I'll let people get away with bullshit answers like that. But like the average, like, oh, like, life, I'm still alive. It's like, bro, like, where's your gratitude? How are you not happy that you're alive? That sucks. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is the thing, is like, once you acknowledge, then there's something you can do about it. But it's until we can acknowledge that we're being this way or thinking this way, then we can't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because I'm thinking, well, it's like, how the fuck do you cultivate self-worth? And I think I've boiled this scenario down in my head and in conversations and with people smarter than me a billion different times. And it starts with who you're surrounded by and what you're putting in your ear. That's going to be one major thing. Another major thing is going to be the words that we're speaking. So the people that we are around and the things that we're taking in dictate the words that we speak. So that is going to be ground zero base, like the base. What are you consuming? What are you taking in? What's your brain eating? You know, it's like your diet is more than just the food you eat. Your diet is the things you consume, whether it's through your eyes, your ears, your smells, you smoke it, you drink it, you're whatever. What are you consuming? You know, a lot of us are consuming memes and bullshit internet stuff all day. I do that too sometimes. I've been doing it a lot lately. I've been the worst that I've been maybe ever at just being fucking just social media the fuck out and like not even being productive, but being like using it to use it. You know, usually I'm studying social media, but lately I've just been like being entertained by it. And I'm like, it's not a good pattern because I see my production slow down and I see other things kind of start falling off. So like I said, all the information on this show is timeless and self-evident. So I want everything here is to be able to be kind of like applicable. I'm really a fan of experiential knowledge where it's like we all get to learn through sharing and listening and I guess I already said sharing. Because it's like it's transformational learning. That's what I'm trying to say. Excuse me. I feel like there's things where it's like you learn and your brain goes through this process and it goes through its old timeline and it goes through your current and it goes through where that's projecting into your future. And it's like, it's so cool that we can actually transform the way we think simply by listening and learning to new things and changing the words that occur in our brain. For me, I practice so much. If I knock something over, my go-to is, "Oh, you idiot," or "dumbass." So now when I catch myself, sometimes I can catch myself early. Sometimes it just happens and I miss it, but I have to go back and I correct it. And if I say, "Oh, you fucking dumbass," I stop it and I go, hold on. And literally I have this conversation in my brain. I go, and it's weird because I never used to be able to say my own name before, but now I think my own name to myself. And I go, "Calvin, you're not a dumbass. You're not an idiot. You just knocked that over. Pick it up, clean it, and you're good again." And I stop and I have a conversation with myself. And you could just walk in on me and ask me what the fuck I'm thinking or whatever, and I'll tell you exactly that. I'm like, oh, I'm just kind of healing that the self-talk I was giving myself. It wasn't good, you know. Not healing, or yeah, it's like I'm healing it. I'm coming to peace. I'm apologizing to myself. You know, it's like I'm giving myself a hug. Like, bro, it's all good, man. And that in turn dictates the words that I use and I choose and I put out. I do my best to always use words of positivity. See, I caught right there. I had to think about that. I almost said this is the difference. And this is where an example of how my brain works and how I've been training it lately. I was about to say, I do my best to not say anything negative. Instead, before I said it, what I said was, I do my best to always say something positive. Because look at the difference there. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a big difference. I'm doing my best to not do. Not do is not good. Anything negative is not good. Not do anything negative. I just spit a whole not good sentence. See what I'm saying? Now, if I say it the other way, then it creates power. It creates something that's of new value. I do my best to always say something positive. It's all positive words in that sentence. Just like I could have said, there's no negative words in that sentence. There's a difference and we have a choice. So I think what happens is the more that we apply negativity or the more that we apply positivity. Oh, sick. My son just had his job interview. It's fucking crazy. He said it went pretty good. Excited about it. Sick. I had told him, I was like, "Good morning, dude. Hope you have an awesome day. Remember to be yourself at the interview." Don't be polite. Just enough professional. Oftentimes, jobs like that, knowing how to talk shit is usually more of a useful skill than talking professional and polite. I was like, I miss you, dude. Hope you're having fun. So, I'll hit him back on the break here in just a sec. Freaking love you, Schnippy. Proud of you, man. That's fucking epic. So you see the difference between this is what speaking positivity is. It's not going and putting a post on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. These little examples are true examples of speaking positivity into the air or not. You get what I'm saying?
Damn, dude.
And what happens is the more that we do this, the more that we cultivate blank. What are you cultivating? Are we cultivating this negativity through our words because something is giving us those words and having us still feel anxiety and pressure and this and that and not do anything about it? You get what I'm saying? Like,
Damn, dude.
that's crazy, man. That's crazy as fuck. So this is, like I said, it's pretty self-evident. Like, that really makes fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to go to school to live a fucking awesome life in your brain. You know what I'm saying? And not in some delusional shit, but I'm saying where we're actually speaking positivity or not. We have options with what we say. We have options with how we think. We have options with what we do. All of these things. The thing is to slow the fuck down. Almost everybody is just going way too fucking fast. You need to slow down. I myself probably need to speed up a little bit, but most people need to slow the fuck down. And I get caught up in this where I need to slow the fuck down and I literally stop and I go, whoa. I go, bro, slow the fuck down. And I do that. And I have to tell it to my kids. I tell it to whoever I'm cool to speak with like that, you know. Oh, there's a gang of birds outside. That's tight. So that is speaking positivity and speaking negativity. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real life. It's applicable. So then if you go and you look at the Dr. Emoto, I always fuck his name up, but I've done an episode on this before. The freezing the water thing. I've done this myself. I do it a lot, and I've done it a lot, and I've seen other people do it. And if you speak love to your water and you speak kindness, and you freeze it, it'll literally freeze in these patterns of love and beautiful snowflakes and all these things. And like, but if you speak negativity and you play negative things at it and then you freeze it, it freezes in like this dark, evil, like an evil looking manner. So within the same theory, it's basically like, because it proves, it's a factual that water reacts and receives the input of the energy that it receives, that's put out. So that's crazy as fuck. Because because water does receive the vibration of the words, basically that means like the pure meaning of the words that we use, where they come from originally, not what we are trying to say or what we mean, but what we're actually saying. Humans are, the majority of our bodies made up of water. The majority of the earth is made up of water. A good majority of the fucking air we breathe is water. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, kind of, I mean, you know what I mean, like mist and whatever. So, you see what I'm saying? It's like water's fucking everywhere, and water is the majority. What the fuck are we all talking about? What are we all speaking? You know what I'm saying? How many negative things have you said today? How many positive things have you said today? How much good did you put into your soul, into your water? How much of that is in your house? How much of that energy is trapped in your walls? How often do you cleanse your house? How often do you cleanse your energy? How often do you cleanse all this shit. People make fun of all this. And at the same time, they'll walk into somewhere and be like, wow, it feels really nice in here. You'd be like, oh, it's because I just saged in Palo Santo. And they're like, it's like, no, actually, motherfucker, like, for reals. You know what I mean? So that is step number fucking one of cultivating self-worth, is knowing what you're speaking, knowing what you're thinking, knowing what you're taking in, knowing how you're interpreting, knowing all of these things, kind of knowing your place in time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are either in the past or in the future, and we're just not right now. We're not here right now. You know, we're thinking about rent, or we're thinking about what if, or we're thinking about our girlfriend or our boyfriend or our ex, or the hot girl at the whatever, or the hot guy at the whatever, or this or that, or I can't believe they broke my heart, or I can't believe this. You're not a fucking victim. Nobody's coming to save you. A lot of these things is just simple emotional intelligence techniques. And I'm not trying to speak in a way that's condescending. I get I'm kind of walking a very fine line. I'm saying this because I have been the shithead not willing to do anything. I have been the shithead holding on to my energy, refusing any, or, you know, thinking somebody's going to come fucking magically give me money or save me, or, you know, thinking like I'll have a weird fucking tantrum where I'm trying to like guilt my girlfriend. I mean, I'm speaking from, I don't have a girlfriend, but you know, in the past, it's like trying to guilt her into, I would act sad so I can get attention in these certain ways, and all these like weird little things that I would never do in front of like my homies or like shit like that, you know, like. And a lot of you fucking dudes know what the fuck I'm talking about. And girls, you know too. It's kind of like you have to vow to not air your dude out over this type of shit, because every dude has that, like, where they're acting like a fucking baby type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so this is the thing, is like when we build self-worth, you don't have to do that shit. You don't become this dependent puppy dog. You know what I'm saying? And I've been that so many times, or I've acted, oh, I'm such in charge, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? Now I've just evened it out. It's like, there's no fucking competition. If you want this or that, if you want to be the boss or that, then I just probably don't want anything to do with this. Like, I'm not even in that world. Like, it's not that we're even, and it's not that we're not even. It's that you are you, I am me. You have to do your self-worth. I have to do my self-worth. And what can we bring to the table from there?
Damn, dude.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Damn, dude.
Take that monkey watch off, you a bitch to me. You could use my style, but you gon' pay me a fee.
Damn, dude.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back. Oh, shit. Hold on, I got to do this. Sorry. My bad, guys. I fucked up the, I fucked up the video and audio timing, so I had to do that. Man, I messed up my, what it was.
Monkey watch off, you a bitch to me. You could
Hold
use
on,
my
let's try that again.
take that monkey watch off, you a bitch to me. You could use my style, but you gon' pay me a fee.
Take that monkey watch off. You embarrassing us. Dude, rest in peace to Pimp C, man. There is none other than fucking Pimp C, dude. I wish I understood what the fuck he was doing and talking about when he was alive. And when I was younger, I didn't get it. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I was way too judgy. I didn't get it. Now that I've grown up, Pimp C's the motherfucking truth, man. Like, he talks some crazy shit. Don't get me wrong, where I'm like, whoa, bro. But at the same time, he fucking spit facts, dude. Like, if you look at the Pimp Chronicles, that motherfucker was spitting fucking facts, dude. He kind of aired out the whole game in a respectful way. It's crazy. Kind of told the truth on the whole thing. So, yeah, it's a trip. So, okay. So, this is trippy because the words that we choose to use represent our self-worth.
Damn, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, the words we use are our self-worth. So, now, not, how do I want to put this? Because I say that because that's what the people around us are going to take from it. Obviously, when we go home and who we are to ourselves in our head is going to matter as well. But, you know, I think that's what really the self-worth part is. It's like, who are you when you go home to yourself? Who is that? And this is weird because I've never really put this into words before. And I might sound crazy as fuck. I don't know how to put this right exactly. But I feel like when I meet people in recent times, I see their self-worth, or I see their self-value. Like I see their, like I can see people's trauma, and I can see people's self-value in the way that they use certain words, or, oh, hey baby, hi. in the way that they use certain words, or present themselves, or in the body language. Body language says so much. It's so fucking crazy. So all of this ties into how I wanted to talk about business, because especially when you work for yourself or you're starting your own thing or something, how you speak to yourself and how you represent yourself and is how you represent your company. That's what I'm trying to say.
Damn, dude.
So how you show up, yeah, you know, blah, 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 versus like, hey, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Attentive, you know, or slumped, slouched over, or assertive and upright. You know, it's like these things factor in. So I heard something along the lines of, like, this was my interpretation of whatever the heck I was listening to. I think I was listening to Andy Frisella's show. But somebody said something, and this is how I took it, was like, I've heard people say at first, my services are too expensive, and I've never heard anybody say it's not worth it.
Damn, dude.
Whew, that's fire, right? That's crazy, because that's how it's been for me in teaching babies. Like, I have people tell me it's too expensive before they use me. I've never had anybody tell me it's too expensive after they've used me, or used our service, I should say. And I think what happens is, like, I used to start folding and bending and seeing what I could do for discounts and this and that. And now I'm just like, no, like, well, discounts apply after, you know, your third or fourth child. And people are like, oh shit. Like, yeah, because people really have big families, and those are the people that, like, really need extra help. You know what I'm saying? If you got kids, you know it's fucking no joke. Yeah, oh, maybe you shouldn't have so many kids. Whatever, shut up. What happened. Who's here is here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is a trip, because knowing your self-worth equals you being able to confidently be or say, hey, I'm the most expensive, and stand behind it, or be like, oh, this is what I offer. What? That's expensive. Oh, you know, you're right. Blah, blah, blah. Nah, like, all right, let's, you know, you're too expensive. Your service is too expensive. Now, if somebody says, oh, it's too expensive, I go, well, there's a couple of ways I go. That's fun. Now, let me think about this actually. Okay, in real life, right now, and maybe I'll work this backwards. Right now, what I say when somebody says, oh, and you know, that it's too expensive. Actually, I haven't had anybody say it to me like that, because they understand what they're getting. It's more like, damn, I actually can't afford it, rather than, oh, that is too expensive. So, for example, it's like if you go and shop for a Mercedes or Ferrari, like, you already know it's expensive. You're not going in for a deal, you know. For you to go and try and buy a Ferrari and be like, oh, it's too expensive, like, you already know you shouldn't have been there in the first place, right? Or you're going to need some hell of a special deal or circumstance in order for you to get one. So I think what happens is we now understand the value of a Ferrari, so cheap people or people who don't have a lot of money they don't go in and try to shop for one because they know the value of it. So if you know the value of it, when you go in, you already know you can afford it. It's not like this mystery. You know what I'm saying? Like people who don't make a lot of money, and I'm speaking from experience, we often don't know if we can even get approved or whatever, you know? So it's like, fuck, you're actually going to give me some money? Holy shit. You know, you're going to give me a loan? What the hell? So that's where it's like, hold on, quality control. We lose quality control immediately. So what happens is I feel like I've done enough work for the most part, or no, let me re-say this. I do enough in the first place. Sorry, I'm like trying to say this 100 times. I provide enough value up front in the first place, meaning I'm giving you something that's worth a lot. This information is worth a lot of years of experience, and you can tell because you haven't heard this or thought of this on your own. So that's when you can kind of tell somebody knows what they're talking about, because you're like, oh shit, you're seeing angles of this that I truly never thought of or even considered. So what happens now is when people say, oh, you're too expensive, I'm like, or no, people don't say that anymore, which is trippy. Now people are like, oh, okay, wow, like, oh, it's a bit like, wow, okay, it's a little pricey, you know, like I'm not sure if I can afford it at the moment, or oh, that sounds really expensive. I go back to like, well, there's something that you're not like, I don't really say this, but it's like there's something that they're not understanding about what I have to offer. Because if they understood what I'm offering, then they would not say it was too expensive. You know what I'm saying? Because truly I'm giving you in about 6 to 8 weeks time what takes legitimately all these other people about 2.5 years to do. Like,
Damn, dude.
real shit. That's what my company does. So I'm just like, yes, I understand. It sounds like it's a lot of money up front. At the same time, you know, this is an advanced program, or this is an accelerated program, and we're accomplishing in about 6 to 8 weeks time what takes anybody else about a year's. Sorry, about 2. I'm not this messy when I'm talking to people, but what normally takes other schools about 2 to 2.5 years to learn, we're accomplishing in about 6 to 8 weeks. And I'm like, holy shit. And if we're still too expensive, then I say, okay, cool, no problem. I understand you're going to go shopping for lessons. When you do, just I don't mind who you pick. I really don't care. You can pick anybody. I just want to make sure your kid's safe. So when you go shop for your lessons, some good things to ask for are, what can I expect my child to learn, and what measurable results can we expect, and by when? Hi. And then I also ask, is your child capable of learning if they cry? Are you allowed to take pictures and videos of your child's lessons from beginning to end? And do you have to log the child's eating record for the entire week or for the entire session? So after they learn those things, like, oh shit, this guy just gave me a lot to work with. So now I'm going to go out and I have something valuable that I can go, and now I at least now know how to shop. Like if you call me and you're looking for or interested in swim lessons for yourself or your child, you're going to at least at a minimum leave our conversation with valuable and powerful information to go and shop for something else. Because you're not coming to me and leaving with nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, dude.
You are not leaving with nothing. You're always going to be leaving with some sort of value or something to think about or something to consider. And this is where knowing our self-worth is fucking everything, because that's how we're going to speak about the value of our company. That's how we're going to speak on behalf of our product or service. That's how we're going to be able to speak on it. That's how we're going to be able to sell it in a good way where you feel good about it, and you're like, I'm kind of forcing this on somebody. It's like, no, you actually see the value in it and you're actually giving value. Look, it doesn't matter if you use us. This is everything we offer. This is what it costs. Are you interested in getting started? What works for you, morning or evening time? Now, practicing your wordage and wording takes a long time. For me, it's like, I realize I wasn't very smooth on this example. But when I'm in a real life conversation, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't have any like preloaded, I'm trying to do this. I'm more so just kind of like, oh, I hear what this person's saying. Oh, this is what you expect out of this, or this is what you're looking for. And sometimes I just have to stop and be like, so what is it that you're expecting out of a swim lesson? And I've had some people be like, oh, I just want you to come and like splash my kid around the water. I don't want them to cry. I don't want this. And I was like, nah, sorry. Like that's like, like I don't offer that. Like with me, we're actually going to learn, we're going to have fun also. And the thing is you're going to learn, you know what I'm saying? So I think where a lot of people get twisted and all wacky and fucked up is that when people talk about providing value, it does not mean a motherfucking discount. Like, I realize that a lot of people have gotten, what do you call it? Like, they've gotten used to the word value meaning cheap. Value does not mean cheap or discounted. That's not what it means. Like, oh, extra value. Like, that's literally just a marketing thing. That's not what it is or what it means. So when we provide value to clients, customers, and there's a difference between having clients and customers. You want clients. You don't. Some people want customers for the sake of not having to deal with people. I guess it depends on your business or whatever, but know the difference and know which ones you have, because you got to set your shit up differently according to which one you are. Like for me to just have customers where it's just like turn and burn, it's just like a million people. I wouldn't, I'm not that guy. Like that doesn't work for me. I don't enjoy that feeling. I don't want the short, like, okay, yeah, get out of here. Like I want to, like, for me, like I get to know my families that I work with, I feel like I get to become a part of the family oftentimes too. So I want clients. I want trust. I want them to be like, I know the best motherfucker. And like, for example, this last week we had all sorts of shit going on. My assistant, Sasha, shout out Sasha. I hope you're feeling better. Had all sorts of crazy shit go down. I was in the water all week and I had somebody get upset. Like, dude, like, do you ever answer your fucking phone? And I'm just like, dude, sorry. Like my assistant's been out. I've been in the water. Like it looked really bad. But at the same time, the word of mouth was so strong and the trust was so big that whoever vouched for me, this person told me, oh, some guy named Dan. I don't know Dan who. I know a billion Dans and I've asked and I don't know who. But they're like, oh, such and such referred me. And I'm like, he's like, so I waited, they say you're the best. And I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, yeah, you're like, okay. Like oftentimes I'll just keep it real with people. And that's been my favorite thing about business. And I'm like, look, dude, like straight up, I am a great and a master at teaching these babies. When it comes to scheduling, accounting, phone calls, that's not my expertise and that's not my specialty. Like, I'm not that good at it. I apologize. I do my best, I don't apologize, but I do my best. So all of that equates to our self-worth, because how much are we willing to give, and I'm still learning this this art of giving. I'm learning the art of giving. I don't get it all the way, and I'm learning. And the whole idea is to just give and provide value everywhere. Not some discount shit, but to provide you with very self-evident and logical and timeless information that stands and will hold the test of time. I'm not like, yeah, you hear me talking my shit, but the shit that I talk, you can always run it. Maybe not all the shit. Most of the time, you can run back what I say and it's pretty solid. I really don't talk about shit I don't know about. And if I don't know about it, then I will acknowledge that and I'll say it out loud and I'll say, look, I don't know what I'm speculating on this. Let's think through this, you guys. And I'll say that about it. But I realize learning to be honest with yourself and your clients is the most valuable thing. Do not ever fucking lie. Always, always, always roll with the truth about what's going on. Like, hey, this and that. Like, I don't know. Let me go look it up. Let's go look it up together. Let's go learn something new together. Because that is a great answer. 1 billion out of 1 billion times, I would rather you tell me, you know what? I don't know. Let's go find out. Rather than be like, oh yeah, it's got the blah, 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 and this will happen and that'll happen. And like, nah, bro, you're just talking fucking horse pocky, dude. Like, that's bullshit. Don't bullshit me. Just tell me you don't know. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes when we have a low self-worth, when we have a low self-worth or self-value, we have to lie or we'll make up that answer in order to feel some sort of self-worth and some value. So that's why it's fucked up. And this is why using the correct words leads us to speaking the truth. So a lot of times a good way is just stop fucking talking and just observe what was about to come out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, dude.
Because can you imagine if everybody did that? Can you fucking imagine? Like, real shit. Can you imagine? If you're just like, dude, wow, I was about to talk mad bullshit right now. Like, imagine if everybody said that. Or imagine if every person like, okay, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the blah, blah, blah. How about them Chargers, the Padres, whatever the fuck. Like, bro, you don't even care about that, dude. Like, nah, man. Like, who are you, bro? And this whole thing of people being scared to fucking open up and talk, that's because you're scared of yourself. Every person is just a representation and a reflection of who we are as people. So it's like if you're scared to open up to other people, it's because you're scared of yourself. And that's just some real ass shit, dude. Like, and I'm not saying this to pick on anybody. I'm saying this for the sake of self-discovery and self-growth and going deeper. We need to keep going fucking deeper. A lot of us sometimes need to go backwards and unlearn shit. That's probably number one. But I feel like before we can even lead people to that, we've got to get people to even know what they're thinking and know what they know before they can even start unlearning the shit that they think they know. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever you know is just sourced from your small community of people. You know what I mean? It's not that fucking magnificent. Like, this, I'm speaking for myself too. It's like I only know what my small little community has been able to show me. The internet shows me shit that's in my favor based off of shit I search for and think about and whatever the fuck I do, right? Like, our phones know all this shit. So that's fucking trippy, dude. Is like, whatever the fuck I'm about is what my shit is what's gonna show up. So I do enjoy being somebody who's a very like neutral sort of person when it comes to life and stances and this and that. It's like I almost always get both sides. I'm kind of like, all right, I get it. Like, I'm not, I can't go all the way that way, and I can't go all the way this way. So I'm gonna just walk my fucking line of truth right here and just kind of observe what the fuck is going on both sides, you know? So that's kind of how I see it. Is like, dude, like, I don't know, I'm gonna just keep observing and keep learning and keep learning and learning and learning and observing myself, and I'm gonna keep unlearning and relearning and unlearning and relearning and unlearning and relearning and unlearning and relearning. And if there's anything I could go back and do and tell my younger self, it would be to start fucking learning, dude. Start my start my journey of knowledge and really take that shit seriously. Like, I didn't start learning shit till I was like, I don't know, like I started at like 24 when I actually was like, whoa, I think I know all sorts of shit. And I don't know jack fucking shit. Damn.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So, I think if we can all start speaking more real positivity into the air, into the world, into our thoughts, feed that into ourselves. Let that be what flows through our blood. Like, feed on that, thrive on that. That's self-worth. That's self-value. It'll diminish anxiety. It diminishes fucking panic attacks and all this shit. Like, when we get real about ourselves and when we get real with, all right, I'm thinking in the future, I'm thinking in the past, where does your brain even live? Does your brain live in present time? Does your brain live in the past? Where is your brain right now? Did I say something that triggered something that you're still thinking about from fucking years ago and you just missed the last 5 minutes? That happens to me all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm talking this shit, is because the shit, if I'm talking shit or I'm like coming at you, or if it ever feels like that, it's because I'm talking that shit to myself too. Like, I'm coming at myself also. Like, damn, motherfucker, you thought you were smart. Like, nah, you really, really didn't know shit. Or, damn, like, you thought you were dumb. You actually weren't that dumb. Like, oh, whoa, what? Oh, shit. So, man, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Make sure you guys go follow us on Instagram. That's at Damn Dude Podcast. Leave us a 5-star written review on Apple iTunes, Apple Podcasts, whatever you want to call it. Deezer, Pod Notes, Cats, wherever the fuck you find podcasts, holler at us, listen notes, all that good stuff. I think I might start gearing up to have some more guests again. We'll see. I'm very picky about who I want in the show, if you guys haven't noticed. Everybody was hand selected and has such a cool, unique journey. But I got a couple people in the fucking in the holsters that are in the chamber that I think I'm gonna load up here, and we'll get fired off, because there's some brilliant people, brilliant minds up to brilliant things. So yeah, hope you guys have a beautiful day. Show us some love. Tell a friend, tell a homie. Might save somebody's life, or just make them laugh a little bit. So on that note, Rooster Tail, take us out. That's at Rooster Tail Official, TALE Official on Instagram. Much love. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Peace.
Done.